I'm sure you realize by now, but the internet has been going into a spiral about when the next big reveal is coming. May that be Zelda or Mario Kart or 3D Mario, but whatever the case may be, there's something big happening soon. And you know what it is? It's gotta be 3D Mario. Because by this point, it's going to be 10 years since the last 3D Mario, which definitely is crazy to say the least. But if you really were going to look at Nintendo's main schedule and how they release things, you'll realize that there's a pretty good chance that we will see 3D Mario at least get a sneak peek or a teaser during the next Nintendo Direct. If you don't believe me, this is exactly what they did with Super Mario Odyssey. If you were going to look at the original reveal trailer that happened in 2017, but before that we even saw a glimpse of the game that happened in 2016. This was during the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer, where it showcased a bunch of different things about the system that allowed you, it's switchable, you can take this on the plane and play games, which was really cool and innovative at the time. But also, you saw a little glimpse of Mario jumping in the sand biome, which was definitely really cool. And it gave us the idea of what 3D Mario is actually going to be. This was definitely a brand new time for us, and now we can think about it once again. Because I'm really looking at this to see that the September Nintendo Direct might be the biggest thing that we've seen so far, because up to this point, ever since the June Direct, it's been snail space. It's been really quiet. There's been less information, less news, nothing from Nintendo, no Pokemon Presents, no Zelda 40th anniversary thing, no partner showcase. We haven't seen a Direct Mini or whatever the case may be. It's been crickets. It's been absolutely crazy that we haven't seen anything. And as the internet moves on and evolves past our previous state, you'll realize that there definitely is a lot to discuss and mention with the big next reveal. Now, 3D Mario definitely is something really fantastic. After all the leaks and rumors, the information that we've seen, it seems like this game is going to be releasing around November of 2027. That is pretty cool because that is about 2 months after Pokemon Winds and Waves is set to release. Apparently there was a leak that suggests that this game is going to be coming out in September. I definitely find this to be a really weird time, but I guess we can definitely see Pokemon Winds and Waves in September, and then 3D Mario in November for that big holiday title. Or is Nintendo going to make us wait another year for 3D Mario as well? I don't think that's going to be happening. There's no way that it's going to take 11 years to develop a Mario game. Mario games are typically built on joy, excitement, random unique items and things. It's not going to be your 2D style, but something brand new. Something that could be like open world galaxy themed, or space across reality themed, or this game right here. What a great game, don't you think? Overall, something is going to be happening, and I can't wait to see what's next. September has always been a really joyful and exciting time for Nintendo fans across the world, because then you get the reveal of the next big game. You get to know what's next in the realm of Nintendo. There's even some people that still haven't got themselves a Nintendo Switch 2 because you're not sure. Am I the only one that thinks that the reveals for Switch 2 are cool? They're really fun games, don't get me wrong, but they don't give you that same sort of excitement that you once had. I've been seeing a lot of sort of comparing on Twitter where it's like, oh man, I wish I could go back to like 2017 and relive Breath of the Wild, because that would be cool. I wish that I can scrap my mind and make it so I never played this game, and then I could play it, never heard anything. It would feel so great. Breath of the Wild was honestly one of those core experiences. The game that you jump in, you're like, wow, I can pick up a stick. I can whack up a goblin with a stick. I can go over here. I can climb up here. I can find myself a chest. I can upgrade my armor, or whatever the case may be. That was one of the greatest experiences back in the day. And still, if you've never played a Zelda experience game, you should honestly live those moments, because oh my goodness, that was one of the greatest and most creative ways to take the game. Now we're inside of a new sort of direction. We're in a new Nintendo, if you look at it that way, because the games have been fun, but they feel different than the Nintendo Switch era. It seems like the Nintendo Switch was trying to push the boundaries on what's possible on the system, but the Switch 2 seems to be taking more of a safe approach when it comes to video games. I'm sure you already sort of know this, with Mario Kart World sort of being that safe approach, but not really. They kind of went out of bounds, but made it safe as well. And then you had other games like Kirby Air Riders, which is exciting for some people, but not exciting at all for others. You had Hyrule Warriors. It's like they're trying to push us out all the games that maybe they're more niche experiences and they want you to pick up your console. Maybe you don't have that many games, so you pick up and try something new. It feels like this is exactly what they're trying to do, but overall, I could be wrong. Now, speaking on another big reveal, not only 3D Mario, but potentially Kirby. The last time that we seen a major Kirby game was back in, I believe, 2022? Was it 2022 or 2023? Anyways, it was one of those days, 2022. And it was Kirby in the Forgotten Land. That was an absolute memorable experience. A really fun experience, if you will. So I definitely could see something happening for the 35th anniversary of Kirby, because imagine that. Imagine actually seeing something truly fantastic, truly phenomenal that you've never seen before. Just like they did with Zelda back in the day, I definitely can see them do this exact same thing with Kirby. Although Forgotten Land definitely was a big step forward for Kirby fans across the world. Potentially they're going to take that and innovate and finally show us what the Nintendo Switch 2 can actually do, because right now it doesn't really seem like there's any first-party Nintendo games that are pushing the boundaries and pushing what's possible with the system. So I definitely can see the next Legend of Zelda pushing what's possible. Probably going to be a bigger open world than we've seen with Breath of the Wild, what we've seen with Tears of the Kingdom. 3D Mario is most likely also going to be an open world, a massive one, kind of like Bowser's Fury, but mixed inside of an open world Mario state. And then Kirby most likely as well. If it's not going to be open world, it's probably going to be Forgotten Land, but like 2.0, maybe bigger levels that allow you to explore different corners of the map, and potentially even more and more levels, because Kirby in the Forgotten Land only had like 6 worlds, I believe it was, with like a couple levels, so it wasn't really a hard game to beat. So you were able to easily beat that within like maybe 4 hours of just going straight, not getting all the collectibles, but just going straight through all the levels. So maybe we are going to be seeing something different, but overall I can definitely see 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 big things getting announced very, very soon. It's almost time. It's almost time for 3D Mario. It's almost time for those games that you've been waiting for, and I can't wait to see what's next with Nintendo Switch 2. And if you haven't picked yourself up a Nintendo Switch 2, well, you got 5 days before the price increases by $50, unless you want to wait for the Zelda 40th anniversary Nintendo Switch 2. Seems like that is going to be happening as well, with a Pro Controller and other things associated with that. Overall, what are your thoughts on all this? Do you think it's time? It's almost time for that big reveal. Or not at all. 3D Mario is going to be at that reveal. Maybe not. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. Consider to help me reach my goal of 6,000 subscribers by the end of September. I know we can do it. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. See you in the next one.